Where's my boat? Where's Kev's boat? Wait a minute. How did it get here? I don't know. Welcome back everyone to a channel dedicated to the gentle life. I live on board with Levi and Diesel, my dogs, and not forgetting of course my beautiful wife. Living on board as we have now for almost 9 years on our 58-foot Heron, manufactured in Uddersfield in 2001. It's an exciting time in our lives. And what does living aboard mean to us? Follow along in this video and I will explain why. And before I forget, and as we get started, at the time of editing this video, we have hit 750 subscribers. Thank you. You know, living on the boat, as I have been for almost 10 years now, it invites you to look closer. Closer. But hold on, wait a minute. What's happening here? Have we broken loose of our mooring? Hey, look, where's my home going? It's going out there on its own. You know the mistake most people make when they're taking the boat out? They go full rudder. You don't need to. Just take your time, nice and slow. So there's an opportunity just to float the boat out and just let it do its thing. There you go, look, I'm just letting it drift. And then I'll push the back end round and then just jump on and just coordinate accordingly. Literally using my hand to guide the boat around. That's it, just my hand. Not going to interfere with the boat at the side of me at all. Turning nicely. I'm not stirring the pot in the marina, so I'm not disturbing anyone from what they might be doing. There it is, look, and I'm just going to jump on now. The wind's blowing it round, all on its own. That's it, I'm on. I'm spinning, I'm not even doing anything, it's all on inertia. Look at that, eh? Zero effort. Going round on its own. Where have I been going wrong all these years? Mind, I think the fact that it's still, it's... I know. The day before we... I think the day after we left there the last time. I didn't want to come back because it was so nice. And the day before was absolutely hammering it down with rain. That's it. I'm out. And a little fuss. Just a little bit of fuss. No, not even any fuss. Having the crack with the other boaters that happen to be out on their boats, and it's easy to think that the world's a bad place to be in, but it isn't. Depending on where you are, you create your own world. You've got to look for a place, and once you find it, never let it go. Here we go. On the carousel. It amazes me how many people favouriting the Armco on the opposite side of the canal and let the Armco do the thing. But look at the damage on that, just by colliding with it all the time. It's been a nightmare for Canal and River Trust. Right then, navigation conditions are normal. That is wrong. Just checked on CRT website. That is incorrect. It's not been changed. Here we go. Here comes Kevin. We're going to see what we can see. Yeah, all good. Hey, there's a really nice boat up here. I'll show you in a minute. Here we go. It's going to be a short video, this one. So, I can't fathom YouTube. I don't know how it works. So, You put one video out, it gets 3,000 views. You put another one, it gets 123 views. I don't get it. So, but I'm not going to let it wreck my head because I'm having so much fun, and I'm not doing it for. Well, I'm doing it for myself. So, you know, because I love doing it, because I love the life. It's that simple. And despite the fact that I work, I like to get out as often as I can. I was on a night shift last night. I was in London. I got back this morning, got about 5 o'clock, got up about 10:30, and I'm out on the cut by midday. How about that? The boat here is beautiful. I love this boat. It's fantastic. You know, look. Yeah, I just love that boat. I don't know what it is about it. I just love it. Here we go. It's about as busy as it gets. You speak to some boaters on the water. Some reciprocate joyfully, and then there's sort of like some people come up from their mews and go, oh hello, you know, like, because they're in their own little world. And then there are some people that are just so miserable. You think, why are you bothering? Why are you even out here if you're not happy? Yeah, you can't be too judgmental, because they might have had a bereavement, the dog might have just passed away, or they might have had it put down or something. But I don't get it sometimes. Just to try, no matter what my circumstances are, I always try to be happy. Now, if there's one thing I hold dear, that's discipline. When there's a working boat coming towards you, what appears to be a working boat, you show that boat some respect. I am holding right back for this boy. Look at this thing coming towards me. That is a thing of beauty to admire. Wow. Woohoo! Fuel boat. Way! Hope you don't mind me filming. It looks great. I thought to myself, move over, there's a proper boat coming through. Thank you. Definitely seen her on the YouTube. She looks like she's a proper boater. And a beautiful woman to boot. It was worth coming out on the cut today just for that. Yeah, just for that. So I'm at Pipe Bridge now, bridge number 39. I'll be walking back down here probably later today, or maybe tomorrow morning, I don't know yet, to collect my vehicle and bring it up to wherever it is I'm mooring. Now I'm doing my time machine bit, getting the footings around there, that's quite nicely. Sub base. Somebody's going to have a lovely house there. But you know what? Compared to my life on the canals, you're welcome to it. Don't know about you lot with the A38 screeching away behind me, but I think I've become a pluviophile. Now anybody that knows anything about precipitation will know what I mean, because there's been that much rain this year. Oh, I just gave it away, didn't I? There's been that much rain this year, it's hardly surprising. So as I'm waiting for a boat to come through the lock, Witchner Lock, just want to share something with you. So as you get more experience on the canals, you probably notice more, but when you see a working boat coming towards you, this is just a tip. Just make sure that you give them plenty of room, that you hold back if they're coming towards a bridge or moored boats. Simple matter of the fact is this: they're carrying a heck of a lot of weight, and it takes a hell of a lot longer for that vehicle to slow down. Just so you know. This is the exciting part, going into a lock. Got to time it just right, got the right speed. Going up fast. Wow, that took about 30 seconds. Total turnaround is usually about 20 minutes. That's getting to the lock landing, assessing and getting through the lock, and then closing it all off, and then getting back on your boat and going the other way. Having a conflab about where we're going to moor. Crikey me, decision made. It's soon arrived at. Evie's all tethered up. I'm going to nip back down here and give them a hand with the lock, and we're going to head up there together. Wow, it's steady away today. We've got one more lock to negotiate. We've just got the River Trent section of the Trent and Mersey Canal to get through, and it's the eye on the prize. Will we find a mooring? Well, keep watching and you're going to find out. well, that's it. 2 locks navigated without incident. Getting the boat in without touching the sides, getting it across. Rather butt up to the abutment of the lock, but with a little bit of skill on the tiller, she's going to go straight in without touching the sides, because that's just the way we like it. We don't like too much canal rash. I mean, those of you that have got these showroom boats, I mean, boats these days, they look more like brand new cars. My advice to you is, when you get that first scratch, you're going to think, oh my god, it never happens to the car. But here's the rub: buy yourself a used one to your spec, and you'll feel a heck of a lot better when you get that first knock or bump on your boat, because I guarantee you it will happen. And it may not be appropriate, but it is a contact sport, unfortunately. And with that said, it doesn't mean you can go careering into things like damaging Armco and hitting other boats. That's an absolute no-no. You take care to take your time and navigate correctly as per the manual. And that's navigate into the lock as carefully as possible. Remember, these things are hundreds of years old. The lock gear mechanisms go back absolute centuries. Further to that, it's tick over past moored boats, show absolute respect for the infrastructure at all times, and ultimately respect other boaters, because some are more experienced than others, and the average boater will help you out if you help them out. It's as simple as that. That's how it works. It's a fantastic community. You're more than welcome to join. Well, that was it. We just moored up, and there was a chap walking towards me very gingerly, and then I realised he was counting out by his feet. He knows the length of his boat, so he was just judging whether he could squeeze it between my boat and the boat behind him for his boat and his butty boat, because look at this. This is what boating's all about. We just caught him just as he was mooring up from trading up at Fradley Junction, and he's mooring his boat here for a week. He'll be trading again the following weekend. And yeah, we just bought some jam. It was, well, that would be telling. Just wait till the end of this little segment and find out whether it was any good or not. And it's handmade preserve summer fruit jam. That's what I decided on. And yeah, I'll drop a link in the description below and you can judge for yourself. Oh yeah, yes. Ooh. Mm. Oh yeah, got some nice solar coming in there. Woohoo! Get everything charged up. Oh yeah, hey. Got a little 240 there charging up nicely. Nearly done, and it's only just gone past dinner time. Right then, it's time to go and get the van. Now that I've had a bit of jam preserve and a cuppa, time to get Levi, time to blow. Hey up, thank you very much for watching the video this far. Heck, I'd even like to thank you lot that have been watching me for the last 2 years, and those of you that have just subscribed. Subscribing is free, you know, and it really helps my channel out. And you know what? Liking, sharing and hitting the notification bell also helps the channel out, and by hitting the notification bell it lets you know when future videos are going to drop on the channel. And if you are still chugging along with me as I advertise my channel unashamedly, it's all about the gentle life over here. We're like a bit of an argy-bargy, a little bit of a laugh, and we don't like to take ourselves too seriously. Helen Buckshot, and as a boat is going by, you can pause this video whilst you go and make yourself a cup of tea, because that's what I'm doing while I'm making this video. What's next for the channel? Well, come along and find out. Because I absolutely love doing these videos, even for those of you, 90% of you, who haven't subscribed yet. Wow, it's so nice here, and I think that summer 2024 is going to end the way it started in May 2024. I'm hoping for 10 days of glorious sunshine. Don't you just hear 1,001 excuses for why people don't come out on their boats? Oh, I'm too busy. Oh, I've got to go to work. Well, I'm going to work tomorrow morning, and the show must go on. The Narrowboat show must go on. So I've come out on my boat, and now I'm going to take a 3-mile walk back up to where I usually keep my boat moored. I tried to get on this field earlier on in the year, but it was flooded because the River Trent's just over there. Just there, in fact. See that mud there where my finger is now? That's the bank to the Trent. This whole field was flooded, completely gone. But I'm gonna have the ball a bit with this fella, and then I'm gonna make my way down to Barton Turn where my van is, pick it up, and then get back up here. It's about a 3-mile walk. It's not bad, actually. The unforgiving River Trent at the Trent and Mersey between Witchner and Arrows Locks. Ooh, very unforgiving. The navigation conditions are normal though today, thankfully. Here he comes. Come on then, Lee, let's go. We'll come back here another day, shall we? Come on then. Good lad. You're right, mate. Look at this. Hey. Wow, man. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Getting out and about, but not 4 walls and a roof or a grotty pavement. Or bulging city streets and bulging town and little village streets now. They're all full of cars and people. But out here on the canals, it's a completely different story, just like it used to be. It's a calm August day, and you would think, wouldn't you, that with all the flooding, everything that's happened this year in 2024 through the Trent section of the Trent and Mersey Canal, that there would be utter destruction, that there'd be no vegetation. But here it is, wild, out of control, for want of a better description. You tired already, mate? Hey, we've got 2.5 miles to go yet. Typical walk for you and I. Let's go, come on, get your ball, let's go. Despite the devastation of winter to this section, yes, even spring and most of the summer months, it's amazing. It's just amazing how abundant the vegetation is here. It just looks so incredible. And to coin a phrase, no matter how man thinks arrogantly that he is impacting on nature, nature always finds a way. God, all those elderberries rotting away. What a shame. Would have picked some of those. Wow, nearly missed that. Let's go and visit that one day. And it was 3 miles by boat, and now it's a 3-mile walk back, with a bit of a deviation. There are some shortcuts which probably don't take away any distance, might even add to it a little bit, and because I'm stop-starting as well, it's taking a little bit longer. But the walk back is just as exciting as the trip on the boat itself. That's not your boat, Levi. It's not yours, we've got to move on. Plus I get the chance to hang around with this little guy. All good? He loves it. He can't get enough. And apparently neither can I. Wow, this is beautiful. Just look at this. One of the best canal side properties on the Trent and Mersey Canal is at Witchner Lock. And just look at the size of these red berries. I think it's going to be cold this winter. And the horse-drawn boats that came through this section changed from one side of the canal to the other. And there's the ironmongery on top of the bridge. You can see there where the rope would have gone across. That's poor, that is. And some recent adjustments to the brickwork seem to have failed there. You know what's amazing about coming out on the canal, being a boater, is the changes in air quality. Like when you're going down the cut and you start getting near a lock, there's an aroma in the air. It's I can't really describe it other than it's some kind of like, it's like the foam that's created from the lock as it's filling or as it's emptying, but you just know when you're getting near a lock. It's very similar to the precipitation of rain. You get that sort of smell in the air before it actually happens. It's the same on the canals. You get used to all the different smells. I think that's a bit weird, but it's true. And even with the A38 roaring on the other side of this hedgerow, literally roaring traffic, the smell down here, the air quality, the difference. Imagine if you're walking on the pavement that side against walking on this side. The difference is astronomical. And it's punctuated by the sweetness of the air. I can't describe it. I think I just did. Well, of course there is. Coin a phrase from a brilliant musician who I've followed for forever ago. It's where the debris meets the canal. That's my leisure pursuit and my life and where I live, and that's the asphalt that I have to take to go to work. Which would you prefer? I'm not actually going to put a date on it, but let's go back to a time before. Roads, railways, canals, you know, not necessarily in alphabetical order, I know, but with that being said, imagine this, if you will. So the air was fresh. There was none of that, none of this. But I tell you what, the Industrial Revolution came along as it did, and then the canals came, and shortly after that, the railways, and obviously there were the roads before all of that. And yeah, there is a pavement on the other side of this hedgerow, like I said earlier in the video. But what I'm trying to say to you is this: there is a balance, and the balance is perfection. So I'm walking along a green corridor next to a road which is so busy with diesel fumes, petrol fumes, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to say this to you, and you might not like it. I know some of you won't. But there is a balance, and I'll round it off by saying this: the smell of nature far outweighs the smell of that road next door to me, literally next door to me. So what does that say? How connected are you to nature, as I believe I am? I'm so connected to it. I'm almost at ground level. So I'm just going to walk up a bit more. Like I say, I'm going to go and collect my van, and shortly I'll be on that road going back that way to where my boat's moored. It's a perfect world, and a lot of you won't like that, but it is a perfect world. So why are there people out there hell-bent on destroying it? There's something for everyone in this world. For everyone. Why spoil it? Everything that's come since roads, canals, and railways, the world's still a perfect place. I don't care what you say. I don't care what troubles there are out there. The world is a better place. It's much better than you think it is. And I'm rambling now. I'm going on a bit. I'm losing my train of thought. But I think I know that you understand what I mean. Yeah? I know you understand what I mean. We've got a perfect balance in this world. We've got a perfect balance. We just don't see it. But when you connect with it on this level, that's when I believe you start to get it. That's when I believe you do get it. All this stuff, it's a wonderful thing, but it's wonderful, don't get me wrong. But there's something better. Reconnect. Commit to something. I guarantee you, the ends will justify the means. And I think I'm a bit of an old romantic, because I think it was famously said by Betty Davis. I bet you don't know who Betty Davis is, some of you. But she said, why do we gaze at the moon when we can have the stars? It's true. Yeah, this is priceless. It's priceless. It just is. It's better than any lottery win, anything. I mean, the only other true thing that I can say in life is that children are life's only true wealth. And that is true, and they must be protected at all costs. But we've got everything we need right here, and we're still not happy. I am, but I could be happier. And what I mean by that is I could be living on my boat full time, as I am, but be happily retired. But I don't think that's going to be for a few years yet, but here's hoping. That's it, we're back now, adventure over, vehicle collected. We're now in our new home, just moored up here. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you were to do this with your favourite narrowboating channel, I am sure that they would appreciate it just as much as your favourite YouTube channel. Please consider liking this video, sharing this video, hitting the bell for notifications of future releases, whether that's here at Arrowas Cricket and Recreational Ground or Barton under Needwood Recreational Ground. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you all again in the next one, and please consider subscribing. 90% of you that are watching haven't done so yet. Thank you. Don't want to be greedy.